says you will serve your enemies in multiple things, whether you want religion, whether you want school, whether you want, no matter what it is that you can think of that you want, you will have to go to your enemies. Is the beer still mining gold in South Africa today? So that case still applies.
Garment, check. Friends, check. Spirit, check. Beard, check. With the word on your corner, ain't no time to rest. This ain't the truth, to pull a script and get it off your chest. Garment, check. Friends, check. Spirit, check. Beard, check. With the word on your corner, ain't no time to rest. This ain't the truth, to pull a script and get it off your chest.
I read two more verses, two more curses, because I'm not going to read all of the curses. I'm just going to read key curses too. There's like 68 verses in Deuteronomy 28. But a whole bunch of curses. Read verse 48.
Verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
Moses tells the Israelites, God says, because you don't want to serve me, you will serve your enemies. Right? Most of the time when you ask black people who are your enemies, they say Satan. But it says enemies here, plural, many, not one. Many. It says therefore what?
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
Moses tells the Israelites, you will serve your enemies,
which the Lord shall send against thee.
Which God will send against you for disobeying him,
in hunger.
In hunger. When you want food, you will serve your enemies. Let's start all the way back, rewind, in slavery, when we were first colonized. Didn't our mothers work for white people, whether it was in the farms, as domestic workers? What was the mode of payment?
No.
You say money, what was the mode of payment?
Brother Nehemiah says it's probably low electric.
On the slave plantations, what was the mode of payment? Food. Read it again, thou shalt serve thine enemies in what?
Thou shalt serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger.
When you want food, you have to go work for these people.
And in thirst.
The water that you drink, the juice that you drink, you have to go and get it from these people. This is back then now, describing back then. Then I'll describe it how it applies today.
And in nakedness.
Clothing that we had to put on our backs, we got it from them.
And in want of all things.
No matter what we wanted, we had to go to these white people. Right? Now let me ask you, that is back then. What about today? Because today you say, I work a 9 to 5 job, I get like 10K a month, I go to shop, I buy my own food, buy my own clothes, you know, drink my own water, you know, I dress bad, the brand bad, just made by a black person. Well, that's what black people say. Read that verse again.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger.
Now, how do we serve our enemies today in hunger? You say, oh, you have your own money, right? Let's backtrack to see where the money comes from. You work a 9 to 5. You work for, I don't know, give me a company. MTA. Who owns MTA? White people, right? Then they pay you a salary. Now you're like, oh, I'm not oppressed. I get a salary. But then you take your salary. In order for you to go buy food, where do you go? Who owns Woolworths? Who owns Woolworths? Who owns Boxer? Who owns ShopRite? Pick and Pay? Who owns them? It's white people. That's why the Lord says, you will serve your enemies in hunger. When you want food, you have to go to them to buy meat. Back then, before we were colonized, we had our own food. When they came, now we have to go to them to buy the meat, to buy the maize meal, to buy the sorghum, to buy the vegetables.
And in thirst.
Think about it. Water falls from the sky, it flows in the rivers, but for you to drink water, you have to pay money for it to come out of your tap. Do you know in South Africa it's illegal? Let's say you live in Tata. Do you know that it's illegal for you to take the water that flows in the river and use it for your own consumption? Did you know that? I didn't know that. It's illegal. You can get arrested for that. Do you know in South Africa, if I wake up tomorrow and decide I'm going to dig a bare hole right here and get my own water to come up, do you know that you have to pay tax for that? You don't know. That's why God says you will serve your enemies in hunger, in thirst, and in what?
And in nakedness.
Clothes that we wear. Who owns Nike, Adidas, Puma? White people. Black people might say, but no, I have my own brand. See, like Batu. But who money, wait, you'll ask me. I'm almost done explaining. Yeah. Okay, it's fine. Who manufactures the textile that you print your brand on? Your enemies. Wait, let's finish the verse, then you can ask. Can we finish the verse? I'll show you why we say white people are enemies. Let's finish the verse. It's not only them, it says enemies. Read.
And in want of all things.
It says you will serve your enemies in want of all things, whether you want religion, whether you want school, whether you want, no matter what it is that you can think of that you want, you will have to go to your enemies. Right? And now, here's the killer. I want you to tell me who this happened to and who did this to them in history. Read.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
Now, you tell me, which race of people had yokes of irons on their necks? Yes. Who put the yokes of irons on black people's necks? Here are the yokes of iron, by the way. So who put the yokes of iron on black people's necks? White people. Okay. Wait. Tawam, I know what you're saying. I understand. Wait. Okay. I hope what you're going to say will be really smart. But go on.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
My familia is the 12.
A few moments later.
So you get that black people are the true Israelites, according to what you just said. Okay.
Bruh.
A few moments later.
Let me ask you. We just read a curse about the fruit of your land, right? Is the beer still mining gold in South Africa today? So that curse still applies. No, I'm not done, wait. So that curse still applies. Then I asked you, how long ago was apartheid, brother? 30 years ago. So that means 31 years ago apartheid ended. So that means there are people walking around today who are still experiencing the effects of apartheid. Correct? Wait, sister. Wait. Sister, wait. Sister, wait. Can you wait? Okay, you'll wait. So now, I asked you, right? Apartheid was 31 years ago, right? So, there are people still walking around today who are feeling the effects of apartheid, right? Now, you might say you were born free, right? You were not born under apartheid, but your parents went through apartheid, right? Guess what? Then people say, but no, the white people who instituted apartheid, they're dead now, they're gone. It was 31 years ago. They are still alive to this day. The same people. Now they give you the guise of you are free. We read to you a curse that you will be oppressed and crushed always. You and your seed. That doesn't have an end time. It's continuous. That's why we try to make our people understand. And guess what? See, that sister is only focused on white people. Do you know before white people put us in slavery, Arabs had us as slaves before them? Do you know that Chinese people had us as slaves? Do you know that Japanese people had us as slaves? Do you know that the Palestinians that you're all crying for today had us as slaves?
That's right.
Do you know that? So when God says enemies, he's talking about all races that are not of the Israelite stock. Because all of
Across the earth, the prophets move. From city streets to distant lands, the message is the same. Israel must rise. Through every quest, every journey, the truth spreads. No border can contain it. No distance can silence it. Our nation lives in every moment. In joy, we celebrate marriages. In sorrow, we honor our dead. On the Sabbath, we gather as one. Families rejoicing together, bound by the commandments of God. Yet are we tried. From the stones in Kenya to the hatred in Montana, we endure as a soldier of the Lord. And still, the mission expands. On the airwaves, on the screens, in every nation under heaven, Israel's voice is heard. We build our communities. We raise our children in royalty. We restore what was broken. We clean what was defiled. We show the world who we are. This is Israel united in Christ. Nation in motion. Nation endures.